Good evening. It's June 15, 2020, 6:11 p.m. Central Standard Time here in Champaign, Illinois. You're watching Co-op for Two. You're joining me for the 21st session of Etherfields. It's hard to believe it's been 21 sessions. Jonathan Warner is in the chat. Someone asked me a couple months ago, who is this Jonathan Warner fellow? Jonathan Warner is just Jonathan Warner. I don't know how to describe it better than that. So, our last dream, I don't remember them. A week goes by, I can't remember what it was. We were in a factory. On a conveyor belt building dreams. It was actually a very clever, completely new mechanic. Every dream, it's new here. And was it in the last dream that we got this new ability? It's a very cool ability. Yeah, it was in the last dream. In the last dream, we were building dreams of different types. And we built one very cool dream, and it gave us a replacement reminder card, player aid, and everything was the same except this top entry here with that little arrow. 21 sessions in, we got a new player aid with a new ability. Now when we use the yellow intent, I forget what it's called, the yellow intent, all the different intents have names. Anyway, when we use yellow intent on cards, we can now move X +1, which is pretty amazing. And we got a new dream. So we're going to decide what dream to play today. Let me just take a look so you can see what we've got on hand. We've got 3 cards in our hand. We've got a full set of 6, 4 + 2 because of this card. So really 4 + 1. We swapped out our green optimization card, which lets us use multiple Delta Phase stuff for a steam bomb, which also combos well with the shotgun, since it depends on yellow cards. So now when we fire a shotgun, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. And we've got very long arms, which is an amazing card, gives us extra range. Run to live, which lets us spend cards to move. Not as important now that we have that extra movement. We have an item in hand called Journal, which lets you seal a card to unflip all your cards or reshuffle your deck without penalty. That's actually pretty useful to know about, because right now we have literally 2 cards in our deck. So if we sealed a card, we could shuffle our deck without taking a distress. However, I'll note we only have 1 distress, also only 1 ether, a spare key, and a blue gem. We do have a whole bunch of cards sealed, including one that was very cool, that we learned about what it did. Now I can't remember what it was that it did. Did it let us heal distress? What did the Water's Help do, Jonathan? Do you remember? I think it let us heal distress. And we are in the season of secret paths, which lets us travel on secret paths without penalty. We have cards to go shopping, but only 1 ether. So we're in great shape to jump into a new dream, except for one thing, and that's the hours on our clock. We've only got 2 hours, and this is very important because this is what we use to prolong a dream if we need more time. And walking into a dream while this is low is quite dangerous. So I wouldn't mind triggering Delta Phase, but I don't know when that's going to happen. It's not totally in our control. So Jonathan, let's talk about what dream we want to go into. What we've been doing lately is, so this one we can't go into until we're ready to end the game. We think with 6 silver keys, we have 4 of them. We haven't found a new one in a while. The green ones are all repeat dreams. So really there's only 1 brand new dream. The rest are repeat. The way we've been playing is to say, let's return to them. Let's go to all the new dreams first. So this is the one we just got. It's called Shopping in the Pipe District. It's in Insomnia, which is where we are. Allegedly, they don't have anything, but it seems they always have something for sale. So it's an 8-turn game, so maybe won't be an 8-turn dream, maybe won't be that long, but it looks like we got rats. I think we were in Insomnia last time. Yeah, Insomnia. So I guess if we're going to stick with our old plan, we're going into the Pipe District. We will need to gather 2 more keys first. And remember, we can travel over shortcuts. Last time we tried to be clever, and we got a slumber that we had a harder time because it was so small. So, but still, from Insomnia doing a loop, it seems like we might try the same trick as last time. Although, even though we don't have ether to go shopping, we could get a gem from going shopping. So we could go over to Metropolis, get a key, go here, get a free gem, go here, get another key, go here, get a spare key, and have a sanctuary, and then enter our dream. That's not a bad idea. And maybe if we get one of these fates, maybe we'll get to rob that store. So what do you think about that as a plan? Key and slumber, fate, shopping for a gem, fate, third key, then maybe fourth key, and maybe, and then circle back in. Jonathan says works for me. Okay, so our first thing is we're going to travel over here. It's a little dangerous to enter slumbers when they're big, but I guess the reverse could be said too. Okay, so we're shortcutting, but we don't have to pay the cost. We get a key. That's our second key, and now we have to have a slumber. Let me swap out our person here. All right, let's see what slumber we've got. Remember, the delta phase could be in here anywhere. Okay, it's the Dream Monger. And he doesn't do anything. He lets us just buy influence cards for 6 contact. I just realized that if we use our ability to skip, we could get an extra key. We could go right into our dream more quickly. So maybe that's what we should do. So if you'll remember, if instead of having this dream, we could suffer distress, but we don't actually get any penalty for this. So maybe we shouldn't take a distress. We don't need it. All right, so I'm not even going to set this up because we're not going to try to buy influence cards from this guy because we only have 1 ether and we need to save that. So I'm just going to consider us to have finished this dream without doing anything. There's no point actually running it, but I'm not going to give us an extra key and I'm not going to take a distress, but I'll tell you what we will do. What do we get when we cure 1 distress or unseal their top 1 card? I'd rather unseal that card. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring us into that slumber by drawing our hand of 4. And that is going to cause me to reshuffle. I'm not going to use the journal yet, but I am going to take a distress. I think it would just be better for us to bulk up our hand in preparation. And I know we have a journal that lets us shuffle without paying a distress, but I think 1 distress, we might as well take another. And also, I want to keep that current card on top of the deck in case we want it. Okay, so there's our hand of cards. We do have a new progress card that I don't remember if we've talked about recently. Peculiar State of Acceleration. It's a progress card. And basically, it lets us spend 1 yellow intent to move 2 spaces, which is totally pointless for us now because we can already do that. Unless there's something I don't understand about this. Like, could we spend 4 intent to move 8 spaces? I don't think so. So I think that's useless to us. Okay, these are all ones that we have done. So I'm going to draw up, and then we're going to end. We're just going to do nothing and end. So that slumber ends. We're back out, and now we're going to move around a little bit more. We're going to move here to draw a fate card. It's the clinic. You can spend 1 ether or seal 4 cards to cure 2 distress. And I believe we've already seen this card and found the symbol from it. So I don't think that's to be done. All right, I don't want to spend that ether, and I certainly don't want to seal 4 cards, so I'm going to ignore that. Then we're going to move into the shopping district, use 1 of our shopping cards, I guess. Remember what we could do. We can buy an item, we can go shopping, or we can just take a blue gem. I think we're just going to take a blue gem because I don't foresee any way that we're going to want to buy stuff, and I'd almost rather not look at them and throw them out. So I'm just going to take a blue gem for that shopping. And then we're going to move down here, take a new fate card, which is winter. So we take out a new slumber file, not including the first 2. Does it have a quirk spot on it? It does not. So we don't get to trigger it. We'd lose all hours. It seems like that lose all hours should only happens if we can place it. It's really not clear. We don't get to place it because there's no quirk, but now I don't think this lose all hours triggers because this doesn't get placed. But yeah, it's too bad because it would let us collect ether. But I don't think it triggers at all. All right, so that's a little bit of bad luck, although we wouldn't have had much. Well, we would have been able to gather some, perhaps. And now off we go here, where we take another key. That's our 3rd key, so enough to go into the next dream we want to, but now we have to have a new slumber, which is the warden, who we don't like. However, it is deliveranceable. So all you have to do is get 10 red or 10 yellow to gain loot. If you run out of turn, you're caught. Okay, so we have done this before, so we don't have to do it. We could skip it if we wanted to. My question is, do we want to try to deliverance this guy? We do have a full hand of cards. We probably have enough green contact to win against him if he wanted to. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, we could generate a victory. We don't really need to take a distress if we don't have to. But I don't know that we want to spend 4 turns. I guess we would just contact him and gain the loot. Maybe that's better than taking a distress. All right, I guess we're going to go into this slumber then, and we'll see if we can't just resolve it in our favor. So this is the new place we drew. The warden comes out. Which one is he? Oh, this guy, is it? Kind of looks like this guy. Well, we'll just say it's him. All right, so 4 turns, and if we contact him 10 green, we can end it, but we could also deliverance it if we want to see how we want to try to have a deliverance on him. Maybe we'll read his entry and see. So let's get out our turn cards, though. 4 turns. 1, 2, 3, 4. Our first turn is here. So the reward for winning on this turn is very crappy. Deal a card to cure a distress. That's not very good. But maybe we could wait a turn before we kill him. Do you want to see what the deliverance is? 627. Remember our house rule. We let ourselves look at the understand. So let's see how we should try to get rid of him. The guard is more than he seems. He always accompanies us, whether we like it or not, preventing us from achieving our goals. We do not live alone in the world. Not every dream can be fulfilled at once, and that's his job, to make us question ourselves before we make plans, to safeguard us from doing something stupid. That's the world, and it's sometimes better not to change it, accept the obstacles, move around them. But you know, you won't be able to change the rules, at least not while he's around. Huh. On one hand, it sounds like it's saying for us to just accept this guy and not mess with him. But then that last little sentence about you won't be able to change the rules, at least not while he's around, makes me think we might be able to deliverance him and get something interesting. So he's not going to be able to reach us in 1 turn. If we wanted to deliverance him, which one do you think we would do? We could open ourselves. We could try to understand each other. Context 6 and an ether, context 10. So we could do both of these. We can't generate that. We can't really generate that. We could do deception. I think if we open ourselves, he's just going to catch us. We could, oh, understand, that's the one we do by default. All right, so we could open ourselves. We could just kill him off. We could do the normal contact 10. We could try to work our way up to intimidation. So we can get rid of him with an assault or a contact. We would get victory. So we certainly are not going to generate 20 red. But we could try deception on him. That's interesting. If we tried deception, we'd have to seal 3 cards, add 2 morphings. Oh, it's pretty terrifying. But I mean, it's kind of intriguing to think about being able to break rules, but what would work on him? Jonathan thinks that it's wrath to get rid of him, huh? You mean if we can't generate 20, there's no point, huh? So 4, 9. Actually, we just reshuffled. So let's put a charge on this. It's better to put a charge on our shotgun, I think. Let's put another charge on our shotgun by discarding 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. That's what our builder lets us do. After reshuffle, we can place a charge. Steam bomb or shotgun. So if we fired 2 shotgun blasts at him, we would do 8. This would be 8. That would be 13. 14, 15, 16, 17. So we could actually generate 20 if we wanted to try it, but boy, would that be expensive. What do you think? Is it worth trying? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can hold 2 more cards. I'd be inclined to, if we are going to try it, well, whether we're going to try it or not, I think what we'll do is we will just wait a turn. In fact, I think what I'll do is I'll throw out a card and end my turn here and then let him go. Then we'll draw up and we'll decide whether we want to do this. Okay, so I'm stopping my turn here. Did I draw up already? I think I did. Okay, he's not within range, but now he's going to move. He moved 1 space. And now he does the red action, which would be if he was in range, we would end, he would catch us. And now we draw our new hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so we did get some more red. So if we wanted to do an assault of 20, we could. 8, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and a gem would be 20. I guess we're going to try it. If Jonathan thinks that that's what's going to get rid of this warden. What does the back of this card say? All right, I think we're going to try it. Just for fun, but boy, is it costly. So we've got range of 3 for range of 3, so we can reach him already. We don't have to move. We're in a new turn. Let's just see what our new turn victory is, because we could also do this. I don't think there are any more 234Ms, so I don't think this would get us anything. Right, we're out of 234s. Yeah, there's no more 234, so ending it on this would be bad no matter what. On the other hand, he's not going to be able to hurt us. All right, we're going to try to do Endless Rage. All right, I'm going to generate 20 here. So shotgun twice, that's 8. Steam bomb, I'm going to have to throw away. For 5, that's 13. 14, 15, 16. I'm going to have to take a distress. Okay, a distress for 3 more. That's 16. And then we're going to do 17, 18, 19, 20. Boy, that is so expensive. This game, and not only that, this could make things worse for us, but we're going to give it a try. So we did Endless Rage. So we look up the Deliverance, 627. And we did Rage. This is the part of this game I don't like. We grab our enemy, begin to choke his throat without mercy. He tried to get in our way. Enough of this. All restriction on our freedom are equally bad. We will not allow them. Others do not count. If they make us lose even a fraction of our liberty, they'll regret it. Our freedom is sacred, and there is no price for it. And yet, the guard who's lying helpless continues to laugh. Slumber ends without victory or failure. So we just spent a huge amount to gain nothing. So there you have it. A huge amount spent to get nothing. Not even a clue about what would work on this guy. All right, well, it can't all be to our benefit, but that feels pretty unfair. Feels pretty unfair, but it is what it is. So that slumber ended. Back on the outer map with 3 keys. And we've absorbed some distress. We didn't get anything fun. We lost our bomb. We lost our shotgun charges. Now we're going to shortcut to Phantasmagoria, where we get a 4th key that we don't need, and we have another slumber. It's the janitor. Still no delta phase. All right. What's the janitor? Have we seen him before? Yes, we've done the janitor plenty of times before. He has no deliverance. So for sure this time we're going to do this. We suffer a distress or seal 3 cards. Boy, we are in tough shape now with everything. I don't want to seal 3 cards. I want to keep that water thing. So I'm going to take a distress, but we're now at 4 distress. And then we can either unseal a card, gain a key, or resolve 234M. Okay, there's no more secret path, so we're not going to do that. We don't need a key, so we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to unseal a card, and we're going to unseal this card, which I'm hoping, if my memory is correct, helps us heal distress. So I'm hoping that that choice to unseal a card is going to benefit us. And then we put a token there, but not really, because we never add up enough, and we're done with this. Surely we're going to enter Delta phase fairly soon. Well, it could be anywhere in this top deck of cards. However, we're planning on going in a dream now. I'm a little bit nervous about that because we have so little time. I hope we're not going to need it. Back we go to Insomnia, and we're ready to enter our dream in Insomnia. Oh, we only needed 1 key. What? Why did we gather so many keys if we only needed 1? All right, well, 1 key. We've got 3 left over. I guess that means we'll be able to go into our next dream more quickly. We're going to walk right in. We're going to cure 1 of our distress. So now we have 3. Oh, this is not the right one. It's also in Insomnia, though. Hey, are they all in Insomnia now? Oh, I see. I must have set it aside. Shopping in the Pipe District. Okay, 3 keys. Okay, there's 2 more. We have 1 spare. All right, thank you, Jonathan. So, cure a distress or unseal a card. All right, we already unsealed the card we wanted, so I'm going to still cure our distress. That gives us 3 distress. And we're in 118. All right, let's see what 118 looks like. 118 tiles. And lots of cards. Okay. That was nice. All 4 setup cards. Okay, let me put the dream slumber tiles away. Four setup tiles comes out. Set aside the C cards. Let's look interesting. Don't look at the fronts yet. Reveal tile X and spawn a rat. All right, let's look at what the setup of this pipe district looks like. Here are the backs of the cards. Pretty dark. The rats are selling stuff. Hey, you want some stuff? Suffer a distress and gain a marker, or we can listen to this little bird. Stay a while and listen. That's pretty cool. And then here's another tile. What have we got? I guess let me put these out as we see them. So A1 is here. All right, here we got a little penguin snowman. Learn more about the disease. I can't treat this disease. We can open an old chest. We can check out a heap of rubble. Okay. There's another weird thing. We can buy something. Okay, so those look like the C cards. Like if you look at the C cards here, it looks like there's a can, there's a gun. I think that might be what he's selling over here. There's a rat on a carpet. Oh, a beggar. Help the beggar. And here's our last setup. Can't speak with the poor. Shantytown slum. All these poor rats live in this district. It makes you want to help them out. They're fairly cute looking. Merchants crates. I see. Okay. So there's our map. Now, these are all walled off. We can't get in there. How do we get in there? Oh, through the pipes, no doubt. Go down a pipe, come up a pipe. Okay, surely that's going to be the mechanic here. Reveal tile X, which is going to be the giant rat. So we can assault him for 4. We kill him. We seal cards equal to the number of threat markers on the dream gate, and then we add a marker or threat. And then we add a marker to the storage. Then we spawn him out again. So you kill a rat, you kill a giant rat, and you have to seal cards. Every time you kill one, you're adding an extra threat that you'll have to pay for next time and make you seal more cards. And it puts a blue marker in the storage, and then the rat respawns. And what does he do when he gets blue? He morphs. That's our worst. And when he gets a red, he just jumps around. Well, we don't really know this rule about the storage, so is the storage labeled? Rubble merchant. There's no storage yet, so we don't really know what that means yet. Giant rat and gets respawned right. Okay, let's see, do we have a good rat creature? Giant rat. I guess this will be our giant rat. But we need 4 of them. Alright, we'll just start with this. Where do we spawn him? In any space. Okay, so there's a bunch of spaces. We could store him in here for now. I guess maybe that's what we'll do. We'll put him in this wall where he won't be able to get out at us. I guess that's a good idea. I don't know. Can you even see that? There he is. I put him right here. All right, let's read our introduction and understand how this works. Or at least understand the story here. Green fog blankets the streets, and the dirty brick walls are braided with pipes like rusty vines. We're in the pipe district. You can't fall lower. Many who couldn't find their place in the megacity paradise above, giving up the struggle for a more dignified life, now settle in this area. Like rats, they roam in the shadows of the gates, hugging its walls, afraid of contact with the light. They're happy to buy back any waste from the dream factory. We put masks on our faces to make the stench more tolerable. Somewhere here lies the thing we came for. When you see it, you will know that it is what I'm looking for. You must understand, someone with my social position can't go to such a horrible place. Hurry up, because I need this very much. And as soon as I get this, the silver key will be yours, the Moon Baroness says, pointing to the drawer of her desk. So on the evening of that same day, we arrived here. All right, so we got a couple of things here. First of all, it's clear it's promising to give us a silver key. I don't think I see any symbol card on the tiles. Is the little well one of the secrets on our secret cards? There is a little... When you say the little well, let me see if I know what you're talking about here, Jonathan. What well do you mean? We do have this tile that we're looking for, but I don't see it. This is water and a handle. I don't see that here. And I don't see any other green, although there is this tile that almost looks like it's here, but color is a little bit different. So yeah, I don't see any symbols. So now there's a couple weird things here. First of all, we're in pipes underground. It says it. That makes me think of Stephen King's It. But then we've got three bolded things. It, this. When you see it, you will know that it is what I'm looking for. I need this very much. As soon as I get this, the silver key will be yours. You're asking about this card, Jonathan? And you're saying the guy who's got stuff he's selling. I mean, I don't see anything he's selling that matches that. No well. I don't even see the well you're talking about on the tile, but... So, I wonder if it's just talking about us buying this. Here are what the C cards look like. We're not allowed to see the front of them, but we are allowed to see the back. I want to show you one of them so you see what I see. So I guess we're not supposed to... It says don't look at the front of them. These are the backs of them. But I don't even know if we're supposed to be looking at the backs of them. That's weird. It just says set them aside. All right, let's flip this over and hope it'll tell us what storage is. The goal is to find a special item. Hint, in this miserable world, caught rats are used as currency. But remember, overstraining yourself in the sewers can be dangerous for your health. No special rules. Caught rats are used as currency. But how do we make sense of this? So we kill a rat, we discard him, and then we add a generic token to the storage. But where is the storage? You think that just means that's our supply, is the storage, and then when you look at these things, this is how we spend them. Like here, we can spend one to learn about the disease. We can gain one here. We can spend one and give it to the beggar. I guess that makes sense. And when we kill a rat, he spawns to whatever the current turn is. So depending on what turns we kill them, they're either going to come out and hurt us or not. How do we get to these places though? Through the pipes, but where do you see a way for us to enter the pipes? Well, we start here. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8. This is a weird dream. And remember that we don't have much spare time. So an interesting thing is that our first turn is the cobra. An interesting thing is that we don't know any way a new rat's going to come out until we kill one. So maybe we don't want him here because then we won't be able to kill him and get currency. But actually, now that I look at it, every place is blocked off. Every place is isolated. So I guess all of these things are going to bring us to pipes to other places. Like in each little quadrant, this action must bring us to another quadrant. So now I'm thinking maybe it would be better to put him near us. Oh, we can't. We don't have that choice. I was thinking we kill him and get a gem. I mean, get a marker that we could use. I am going to put him here. I'll tell you why. If we have to spend one of these rat markers to get into here, the only way out of here is to spend another. So I want to be able to get that one from him. I think that makes sense. And I can't put him in the starting pen. I think that makes sense. All right, this is a weird one. Let's start our turn by drawing up 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's our 4 cards. We've got the ladder in the dark, but that's useless because there's no dark. Another flashlight. That's, I think I drew too many cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Okay. So we're not starting with any of the blue generic markers, so we can't go and do this. We can't learn about the disease. The only thing we can do is open the old chest. We have no way of getting through these walls, even with our ladder. So we're going to have to do this for 3 red. We don't have 3 red, but we could seal this for 3, which is what we're going to do. We're going to seal this for 3, and we're going to open the old chest. 966. I predict this will give us a generic token or transport us. We wonder if this chest belongs to someone, but let's just take a look. Inside, we find an extremely useful pipe. We look through it and see a completely different place on the other end. The inscription on the pipe says, "There is a way out of every situation. There is a path to every goal. You just have to find it." This is a pipe for fast movement in the Pipe District. It will be useful to us. It's better than a sports car here. This is our one. We did get rid of our ghost mask, and it is the one place where it would be very useful to break that rule. Okay, it's giving us B, though. Let's see what B is. Passage through pipe. Active until the dream ends. If you're in a space with a pipe inlet, which has a little dot, which is most of these pipes, you may spend a yellow to relocate to any other pipe inlet, as long as the distance between the centers is not longer than the shorter side of this card. Okay. Or you can spend a wrath or a curiosity, whatever that is, to relocate based on the longer end, but then you add a sickness, which controls how many cards you have to seal when you kill a rat. Okay, so that's the sickness. We don't want to have to do that, but all right. Okay. So the good news is now, though, it's not a maze. It's basically go from one pipe to another. So we could go from there to there, from there to there, and so on. All right, so that makes it now possible to navigate everywhere. However, we don't have any blue tokens, so we can't learn more about the disease yet. We're going to have to get out of here. Where do we want to go? I suppose this feels like the place we should go to first to gain a little marker, so that we could spend it when we find ourselves here or here. So I'd be inclined to come over here and get this marker. And while we're there, we might get ourselves a gem. I don't want to do this. So I'm going to use this yellow to move, which would actually let us move 2. But we're just going to move 1. And then we're going to spend a yellow. We can't use this because there's no water or swamp. So I might as well use this for yellow to travel from this pipe inlet to this pipe inlet. In fact, let me do... Yeah, I guess we're going to do that. And then we have no use for the ladder because it's light everywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and use this to do a 1 contact. Sure. That suffers a distress and gains us a generic marker. Am I sure they're close enough? I guess I just assumed they were. Oh, they're not. You're right. I don't know why I assumed they would be. Interesting. Well, okay, that was good. You caught that. Let's undo that turn. Okay, we are here. And we are here. Is that right? Yes, that's right. Okay, well, yes. Well, I want to get... We can go down that way, go in this way, go down here, come up there, but I'd like to gain this as soon as possible. I really rather not travel the long way, especially in the beginning. I want that marker. Come here, we could go here. We could go into here, and then here, and go into here. Well, it's a long way around. I don't see any other way to do it. All right. We're going to have to go the long way. So I'm going to move 1 down to here. And then we're going to spend a yellow. We're going to spend a generic card. I guess I'm going to spend, oh no, it has to be yellow. Well, we'll do it this way. We'll spend this as a generic card to move here. And then we'll spend a yellow to travel through here. Then we'll spend this card when we're in a red space to get a gem. Even the long way around, am I gonna have, am I? You have a good point. You have a good point. Either way, I'm going to have to do that. Okay, but I'd rather not do it now. I'd rather kill a few rats before we do it, I think. So I'm going to use our run to live to move there by throwing away a card. We don't need that card. And then I'm going to have a resolution here. I'm killing my plan. And I'm just trying to do stuff here. Oh, damn it. This is exactly what I was trying to avoid. For 1,000 years, peace and prosperity prevailed in this land, but one day the old bird begins its story. Look, we really don't have time for this crap. Well, okay, maybe you have some money. I'll trade you something for coin. I'm not a beggar. The bird pulls out a large watch on a chain, turns the knob, and our shadows move right and left, as does the blurred stain of the setting sun behind the curtain of toxic fumes. I trade in extra time. The time is the most sought after commodity in the city. So do you need some next time? Just a minute, a second perhaps? You can spend a blue rat, a dead rat, to add 5 turns. Okay, it's not the end of the world. We now know we can do this again. So we now know that this is where we go if we need more turns. Fine. But now, as Jonathan says, now can't get out of there without going back. And we can't very well try to buy something. So, I mean, maybe we can, but probably we need rat bodies to do that. To come in here, if we have to go the long way around, we're going to have to pay once to go the long way in and then once again to get out. That's what I really would rather avoid. Until I kill myself a few rats. I think, so talking strategically, every time we do the long way, we add a sickness, right? And the sickness controls how many cards that we seal every time we kill a rat. So it would be better for us to kill a bunch of rats first, and then we can travel this way and never kill another rat, if we could help it. However, if we get in here with a long way in, I think maybe it would be better to come kill this rat. In fact, it would get better if we come in a place where we kill a bunch of rats and then take our long way. So I'm going to end my turn here. He doesn't move because he doesn't need to. Here's our next turn. He's gonna morph. That's gonna suck. I think maybe the sooner we kill these rats, the better. I should have just run and killed rats. Um, looks like that's a normal way. I'm going to spend a generic card to run to live here. Then I'm going to spend a yellow to travel this pipe here, which is along the short end. I'm not going to try to buy something because we have no money. And now I want to spend another yellow. I'd like to travel by pipe and kill this guy. I think I'll stop right here. He moves. I guess he would try to get closer. So I'll let him move. Oh, he would morph. Ugh, this morphing is going to be the death of us. So first he morphs. +1 range. That's pretty bad for us. Not as bad as if we got a mask, though. Then he would move 2. So he's here. I don't have a good feeling about this dream. But we need that silver key. Okay, he's going to morph again. One, 2, 3, 4. So we do have a card now that would get us 5 hours if we return it. We might do that. Block 1 step on the current turn card or gain a gem. We might block the morphing with this. So I'm going to spend this yellow, which you can't see. I'm spending this yellow. Let me take it back till I read what Jonathan says. I suspect if you pay 1 to the guy to learn about the disease, that will help lower the amount of disease tokens on the Dreamgate tile. That's not a bad guess. So let's try to get some of those. So I'm going to spend this yellow to travel to here where this rat is. And we're going to go ahead and kill this rat for 4. We're in a diamond turn, so we can spend this to get 2 gems. I don't want to spend the ghost. So I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 gems to generate 4 wrath to kill this rat. Let's read the rules again when you kill a rat. We discard the rat. Then we seal cards equal to the number of disease on this card, which is none. or on the dream card, which is here. I think we'll just put it on his own card. Then we add ourselves a token, which we now have 1 token to spend. I'll just put it there. And then we take a disease and we put it on the dream gate, but I'm going to put it on the rat. And then the rat spawns on the current turn thing, which is in here, which means we're going to have to go back in there to get him. In order to get something new to pay with. But at least he can't hurt us. Okay, so those are spent. And now, I don't dare spend that because I think we might need 5 times. I think we should prevent the morphing as much as possible. So I think I'm going to spend this for that. Since we don't need this card, I'm going to go ahead and spend this as a move with I run to live. And then we're going to spend this to help the beggar just because we're here and we don't want to have to do this again. So let's see if helping the beggar helps us. 669. Why don't I spawn the cat? That's a great idea. We're going to put the cat where we started. Too big a token for that. I'm just going to use a generic token there. Okay, there's the cat. That's going to be considered there. You're right. I think we are going to use, that's going to be a smart way to get in there. Okay, let's read 669 and then maybe we'll take a break. So this is what we get when we try to help the beggar rat. Thank you very much. The beggar immediately eats the money we've donated. I would like to drink something now, like they say. I'm like a bottomless pit. I have to eat and drink every single day. Would you believe that? Well, I wonder, where is all this milk and honey which they talk about? I looked in every corner. I still haven't found anything, but you probably have better eyes than mine. And that's it. Where is this milk and honey which they talk about? I've looked in every corner. I still haven't found anything, but you probably have better eyes than mine. And that's it. So he just ate one of our precious rats and didn't give us anything. But he's giving us some sort of clue. Looked in every corner. Why do I feel like this game's gonna be stressful for us? Why do I feel like this mission is gonna be a rough one? It says we'll know it when we see it, what we're looking for. And that's it. That sounds like it's telling us that in one of these corners somewhere is what we're looking for. I might have to look at these cards more carefully again. This poor little guy, but he took our food. I'm like a bottomless pit, he said. He's looked everywhere for milk and honey and he hasn't found it. Maybe I should have done this while we were here. Maybe even if we couldn't afford it, we would learn about these items that might be useful to us. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll figure out a game plan. So I'm trying to come up with a strategy here. I think the best strategy I have looks something like this. It would be better for us to kill a bunch of rats at once and then be able to move around and have enough stuff to spend. Sooner or later, the rats are going to morph and kill off the ability for us to use our mask, which is going to reduce our hand size. I am very much worried that we're going to run out of time. We know there's an action here that we can pay 1 rat coin to get 5 turns. So I guess what I'm thinking is it's tempting to come here while we're on diamond, kill the rat, have him respawn, kill him, respawn, and so on. But maybe it's not that important that we kill the rats all at once. It would be nice to know how much rat bodies we're going to need, which is here. I think when I come here, the problem is we don't want to go get 1 coin and then go spend it and then have to kill more and go. But it would be nice to know the cost. Let's go see if we can learn about cost here. Then we have some idea of how many coins we want. I do think we're going to need those 5 turns, though. So I'm going to spend a card to move. I'm going to spend a gem to jump in here. Yes, instead of gaining the hour, I'm going to expect we're going to have to come here for more hours. So I'm going to spend this to walk over here, and then I'm going to spend this. Hopefully that morphing won't hurt us. As 3 green. To try to buy something. Now, the bad part is I think we're not going to be able to afford it, but if we're lucky, we'll learn about cost before we decide how many things we need to buy. All right, let's see what this rat is selling. The merchant greets us with a broad smile. Buy something, buy whatever you want. Here are my goods. He lies comfortably on a pile of luxurious pillows. We notice something is moving inside the soft heap. Place all C cards face down near tile Y. Don't look at their fronts. Those cards are the merchant's advertisements with their cost printed on their backs. From now on, whenever a dreamer is in a merchant's space, they may pay the cost of a chosen card to flip that card and reveal its front side. Okay, something is moving and near tile Y. But what about tile Y? Is this supposed to be flipped? I mean, there's a tile Y, but we haven't revealed it yet. All right, I guess we're allowed to see the backs of the C cards. I don't know why it's saying near tile Y though, but let's take a look at what these C cards are. So it's a telescope. Buy it now, it'll be auctioned tomorrow. If you're in the space with the merchant, you may pay 3 to reveal the face up of this card. So for 3, we get the face up. There's also a TV. It also costs 3. It's the best of choices. The image is razor sharp. The screen looks like a gate. Maybe this would get us a new gate, a new dream gate. There's also this. A healing tonic. Not only it heals, it also tastes like strawberries. It costs 2. Then there's a prototype weapon. I know the price is high, but it certainly pops. If you're in the space with a merchant, you may, for 2, reveal it. And then we have this. The teleportation device. If you want to get somewhere, don't use your legs. You can buy the top-notch devices here for 2. And he says something is moving around inside the soft heap. We were hired by the Moon Baroness, so I feel like the telescope makes sense for what the Moon Baroness would want. Yeah, maybe. She said we would know it when we saw it. And then this one looks like a dream gate, though. All right. Well, we would want all of these, but we can't kill enough rats to afford them all. How would we know it when we see it? I don't know it when I see it. Those are both expensive. Wow, very expensive items here. And, oh, at least we don't have to pay again to see those. Now, no. Okay, so let me tell you what I think I have in mind to do here. I am inclined, while we're on the diamond turn, to maybe use Ghost from the Past to drop a full hand of 9 and try to get in here and kill this guy once or twice. And then come over here, give us our 5 turns, and then get out. And never come back. I don't know if that's reasonable, though. Maybe it's not. All right, let's stop here. All right, so I'm going to stop here. I don't remember if he tries to move or not. Does he move if he doesn't have a path? I don't think if he doesn't have a path, he doesn't move. Okay, and now he's going to morph, however. So at any moment, we could lose our mask ability. Well, that's it. Boy, does that suck. All right. So now we're down 2 cards. Now our max card size, hand size is 7, which renders this much less attractive. This is going to be a rough mission. I can feel it. I can feel it. Our next turn is diamond again. So if we kill him, he's going to respawn in this area. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we've got our flaw. Okay, discard 1 active item. That's fine. I'll just throw this one out and get a different one at random, which is going to be this one, which is flashlight. Okay. 3 cards. Uncontrolled flight. So let's go ahead and use uncontrolled flight, see if we get lucky and we can just pop into this space. It's a 2, which is relocate to any space. Okay, so we're going to just go right into this guy's space. Now we need to generate 2 red. Which we don't have. Okay, I'm not going to go into his space. That's not the right thing to do. Let's relocate ourselves into here. Is that what we want to do now? I'm not sure it is anymore. I think we can just ignore that space. We're going to get our things by killing these people. I don't want to do these things until we have stuff to pay for them. We're getting very unlucky with all these morphings, though. But we've already gotten the worst of the morphings. I'm not sure we care about the morphings anymore. So let me have this so I can remind ourselves. We can go anywhere we want. We're going to have to get out of here, though. We're going to have to get out of here. Okay. I'm going to fly into his space. Let me not overthink it too much. And I'm going to flip this card. To gain 3 assault. So this is going to do an assault on him, which makes him go away, gets us a marker, seal 1 card. adds a threat to this card, so next time we'll seal 2. And now he comes back out right on this space. Now I'm going to move here. I'm going to resolve this with a green 587. No, I don't need to do this now. I'm just trying to get rid of those cards. All right, let's just do it. Let's not overthink it. I'm spending it to add 5 turns. That's the whole point of this. I'm doing this so I don't have to do this again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus 1 of these at random. Going to give us more turns to do this in. Then I'm going to take a distress, seal this card, draw up to our hand limit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to do So Shiny to get ourselves 3 gems. And then we're going to assault this guy again, which steals 2 cards. Adds another disease. And brings him right back out here. Then I'm going to do it again, which deals 3 cards. Sorry, that gives us a marker. Now we seal 3 cards. Which gives us a second marker, adds another disease here. Now we have 2. And now we're going to move for 1 and use a pipe to go next door here with the yellow. So what was the point of all that? The point of all that was to get us 2 things to spend, get us more turns, and get away from this guy. I feel like I don't have a good grasp on this, to be honest. Boy, Jonathan really thinks it's that telescope. I feel like we should learn more about the disease, maybe have contact with the poor. Why did I come here? I could go here instead. Let's go there instead. That way we can jump back and buy. Okay, so I'm trying not to overthink this because I do feel like this mission is giving me AP. So he doesn't do anything, but he morphs yet again. We've gotten very unlucky with the morphing. No shining gems. Oh, that's great. This dream is a really good example. We had a whole bunch of fun dreams. This is a great example of the randomness making this unpleasant. But maybe we're supposed to have to do this dream twice. I don't know, but that really was annoying. It's annoying that it's basically just making us suffer. Yet another morphing. Okay, it's our next turn. It's this and a flaw, which makes us walk slowly. I'm going to use our last ether to get rid of this flaw because it is absolutely painful. Then we have to reshuffle, which is giving us another distress. We now have 5 of our 8 distress. Wow, I really feel like this dream is punishing. Punishing and brutal. There's our hand of cards. We can't use gems anymore. Okay, I'm going to use this to block the morphing, I think. And we could walk through and attack him. We take another distress to do it. That's just insanity. So I guess we're not doing that. I guess we're going to speak to the poor. So, boy, I wish I had used that to add hours instead. All right, well, okay, I'm using this to travel through the pipe. I'm going to use this to move. And I'm going to use this to contact and speak with the poor just because I'm doing these things. I'm spending one of our things. We can't afford the telescope and I can't go kill a rat to get more gems for the telescope. So I'm doing this. He says, watch out for the merchant. If only you knew what he was spending money on. His goods may look pretty, but half of them are useless junk. You certainly should not believe in any miracles. Look around. How could you in such a place? By the way, contrary to what some people say, there are no rats here. You see, we certainly aren't rats. Okay, well, he says, beware the merchant. Okay. I don't know what to do with that. I don't know what to do with that. All right, well, I bought us more turns, so let's not worry about turns. Instead, let's use this card to block the morphing, which means this guy has no effect. And now comes our next turn. All right, we've got lots of time, so let's relax now for a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. His morphing has already gotten, we've already gotten the worst outcome of morphing, so let's just relax a little bit. I'm inclined to come over here to learn more about the disease. So I'm going to use this to move one space here. We don't need more time, so I'm going to use this to go through the portal. We don't need more time, and we can't risk anything, so I'm going to use this to move 2 spaces, but really 3, but we don't need it. I'm coming here. I'm using one of my 2 to learn about the disease. 557. Okay, this looks pretty huge. Oh, you'd better watch out. This is the worst disease you could catch in this city. No, it doesn't cause coughing or weakness. It's worse. When you catch it, no one will ever want to deal with you again. You'll become invisible, but not in an intriguing sense. More, how shall I put it? Well, invisible like rubbish. It's difficult to heal afterward. I don't know why you're wandering around risking your future. I used to be a teacher. Now look, this is who I am now. Look at this. This is who I am now. The rat teacher takes out a tattered book from his pocket, The Art of Moving Among Rats. I could teach you a lot. You can discard 4 of the disease tokens or unseal all cards. If you do, block this map action. If you do. So we could have a choice now. We are here. It's cost us one of our precious rat things to do this. We do have a lot of cards sealed that we could unseal. Or we could reduce the number he's going to put in each time. But we're going to have to attack him more to get more payment. The good news is that we've now read everything. We've now read everything. We've done the contact. We've helped the beggar. We've learned about the disease. We've opened the chest. We've done this to give us more time. So we have basically discovered all the secrets here, except for this thing about the corner. You know what? Hold on a second. I see something here. Is there writing in the bottom right corner? What's this? Like he said something, that one rat we talked to said something. Is that writing in there? I guess maybe not. I really thought I had spotted something. He said milk and honey, look in the corners. If there is, I don't see it. What about the corner of this guy? There is that little well. Now I see what you meant by his well. I don't see how we're going to know which item to buy, Jonathan. You think it's the telescope, but I just don't know how to. I don't know how to figure that out. I suppose we might have to just buy all of his items till we find the right one. Telescope seemed like the only item related to the moon. All right, well, let's face the question we have before that. Even if we wanted the telescope, we would need to attack him twice more, kill 2 more rats to get that telescope. We've paid one of our rat bodies to trigger this, but we don't have to do it right now. And it unseals all of the cards, so it would unseal a lot of cards for us. On the other hand, you could imagine that what we could do is we could come and hit him like 4 more times, which would put in like 15 more cards into our deck here. But then we could come up here for 1 and cure them all. There would be no extra actual penalty for that. It's just the extra cost of doing this action again. Jump right down in there, huh? Why did we not... Why did we do that? Why did we jump here and then... Maybe we did the pour first. Okay. But we're here. We can go here. If we kill him now, though, he spawns over here. We're going to have to get back over there. I'm just trying to decide whether we should unseal all of our cards now or hit him a few more times and then get those for free unsealed. I think maybe we should hit him a few more times and come back here and just waste this one. Since we have time. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to not trigger this. And I hope I'm not being greedy. The only thing is I don't want to have to come over here. So I'm going to stop and not do anything else. I'm not triggering this ability because I'm being greedy. Our next turn is happening. It's a heart, which would bring him over here, which is pretty much the worst because of how hard it is to get over there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're only allowed to have 7 cards. I'm already regretting this. Getaway flips one of our progress cards. Okay, let's do that and flip the shotgun. Seal this card to generate 10. That would be pretty good, but it's going to spawn here where we're not going to be able to get to it. Ugh. Oh boy. This is just miserable. You see the problem, right? If I go kill him now, he's going to spawn here. And then we have no good way to get there without doing this. Doing this in both directions. Okay. Okay, let's try to get out of here. Can't say I'm really having fun on this dream. So let's try to use some dream logic for a second. Okay, we're going to do this. We're going to use a yellow to go through that pipe and meet him. And then we're going to use now or never in the heart turn to generate 5 wrath, which we're going to use to kill him and gain us a token. That requires us to seal 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to address that in a second. And put another one on here. That got us 2. Now, he respawns here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to use the long side of the pipe for a green to end up here, which adds a disease to here. And now what we're going to do is we are going to use this card, slumbers only. Okay. Never mind that whole thing. Never mind that whole thing. Oh boy. I really don't want him to go there if we're not going to... Yeah, I'm just gonna undo this whole thing. Okay, I gotta slow down. I can see this is getting to be unpleasant. I don't want to kill him now because I don't want him to go there because we don't want to go there. So I'm just going to stop our turn here. A turn is next. Claw. 2, we can only hold 2 more cards. The flaw just makes us throw away one item, get another. Don't care about any of that. Okay, I'm going through the pipe. Then we're going to hit him for 4. He relocates here. He gets a thing. We get our second thing here. I'm going to, at the same time, I'm going to consider that we can hit him for an extra 4 because the assaults can be doubled up. So I'm going to do 2 on him. That does this, but that means we have to get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I got rid of already 5 for the last one. I don't remember. It's too hard to keep track. So we're just going to call that good. That's going to be our third thing here. Now we're going to walk through the pipe here. We can't use our gems, so we're stuck here. That's the end of our turn. He's got nothing to do. Oh my god, every time red goes off, he's supposed to relocate. All right, but he's already relocated. It's the heart. So as soon as he goes off, he's going to come over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just try to buy that telescope and see what happens. We're going to need to do this, though, to unseal all these cards because we're quickly running out of them. So I'm going to need to go hit him again. We don't have enough red to hit him now. And he's going to relocate to the hearts. So we'll have to do that later. For now, I'll walk over. Oh, it doesn't matter anymore, does it? I'll walk over here. I'll spend 4. And we'll buy the telescope and we'll see what happens. In fact, we don't even have to walk over there to buy them because we're on the merchant's space. I mean, we're on the merchant's crates. I assume that still counts. All right, what's it going to be? Jonathan wants telescope. Okay, let's try it. Let's see what happens. An old apparatus. Boy, sometimes the gods just want to make you suffer. It's decided to focus in on that today. Okay, it seems to me like we're supposed to spot something on this map, but I can't spot anything, so here we are. So we're spending 3 of our things that we have, and we're going, and they're supposed to go on the dream gate tile. I'll put them there, and we'll flip it over, and what happens? We've got more to the map now. Not really an expected thing. The unfortunate part is it's not over. All right, so C1, somehow this is down here at the edge of the map. Why they would make it so we now have to walk off the map to get here? I think this is what I'm looking for, it says, though. But how do we get there? Oh, there's a pipe. It says, I think this is what I'm looking for, and there's glowing fungi. Okay. Let's try not to go completely on tilt here. So I don't want to walk in there because... No, he's going to relocate. So... Why don't we do that right now and see what happens? So for 1 yellow, we can transport into here. I'll do this. Is that how I got here? And then for another yellow, we can transport ourselves there. Now, should we just do this or should we do this? We could do one or the other. You got a thought? Do you want to check out the fungi before we do this, or do you want to do this first? I guess we want to get out of here. Let's just do this. Okay. I think this is what I'm looking for. Why do I doubt that it's really going to be what we're looking for? 876. Oops. And yet this is not it. As soon as we pick up the shiny object, there's a soft click. The shiny object is just a trap, another glowing fungus, but in the shape of a perfect cube. The last cube needed to start this. Discard the giant rats, discard their entity tile to the secrets of this dream. Reveal card A, reveal card Y, spawn the new order machine in the space with the machine. Take all tokens off the dream gate and place them on the new order. The new goal of this dream is to defeat the new order machine. What the hell? What is even happening, says Jonathan. All right, let's just follow these rules. The giant rats go away. The good news is all of its morphs go away, I guess. And all of its things. most of our deck is in sealed cards now, is the bad part. Okay, so those go away. The giant rats go away. I'm not sorry to see them go, but I want to see what's coming next. Reveal card Y. Y is the New Order machine. Discard that from the entity. Discard one from the entity. Block one step when there are no things left. Okay, the good news is we haven't put too many onto this guy. So maybe the telescope was the right thing to do. Reveal card A. What is card A? Here's card A. Oh, that's where the machine is spawning. Okay, so this is here. Okay, so there's a new path into that. And there are 3 cubes on this tile. So there's 3 we have to get rid of on this guy. Now, let me explain to you what the really insane part of this is. We no longer have a way to unseal all of these cards. So when I waited and said it is better to attack the rat and unseal him unseal these afterwards, and didn't take the opportunity to unseal these, now we can't, because we don't have anything to spend and no way to get them because the rats are gone. All right, let's complain. We do not have $1 left over. Nope. We don't have $1 left over, but we'll complain about that later. All right, the automata. Where is the automata? Okay, it's a very weird looking thing. So this is what we've just woken up. This creature here doesn't even look like he has a face, just a gaping maw. Okay. Our deck is tiny and one of them is a flaw. All because we couldn't. All because I chose not to do that. There's nothing left to do. We might as well let him take his turn. We're not in great shape to do much damage, though. But at least we have time. At least we have time. All right, so I'm going to end my turn here. If we're in range, we would seal 3 cards. If we're in range, we would suffer, and then he moves. So he moves 1 space. We're over here. We could just sit here forever and he can't reach us because of where we are. That's a very strange thing. I guess he can't reach us, so he stays right where he is. That's pretty weird. Next turn, at least there's no morphing. Okay, 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. We gotta hope that we can kill this guy before our time runs out. So we can use our gems again. So we could use this to teleport out, and then we could... 1, 2, we're not quite in range. We'd have to move to get in range. It's gonna move and make us suffer. That's very dangerous. 4, 5. I think we just wait here. 1 more turn and build up our hand. We're gonna have to hit him 3 times. Green won't hurt him though. Only red, so all of our green is useless. 3 turns, we have more turn, but we don't have many cards left. A whole hand of green, and green is useless. Okay. I'm gonna go check out this fungi because I don't know what else to do. One, two, three, four, 5. I guess we can draw 4 cards, so I'm just gonna take my next turn. 1, 2. We're going to shuffle. I'm gonna take another distress. We're almost dead. We've got 6 distress of a total of 8. Do we want to see how angry we should be and look at the other items? I don't know that I have much more capacity for anger here. So I think I better avoid that. When the mission is over, let's do it though. We could still win this. We could still win this. 3, 4. That's our steam bomb. That's our gems. Okay, this is a better hand. All right, so let's think if we really do want to go check out that fungi. But first, let's sort of try to power up here. Oh, I thought we had the way to convert gems, but we don't. For 4 yellow, we can put out a steam bomb, but we might as well use those 4 yellows to do the thing. So we've got enough to do him 1 of our 3 times. And he's going to move and then try to make us seal cards, but he won't do damage, so that's good. And we can unflip a card, which is our shotgun, so we're going to do that. We need to spend 3 green for that. Let's go ahead and do that. And discard this card and unflip. Okay, so that's that. We now have a shotgun. That will do 3 red, 4 red, or 4, 5. Okay, so we're going to be able to hit him for 1 and contact him for 1. So that's 2 of the 3 we'll be able to get rid of. We're going to have to be able to get out of there afterwards. And furthermore, we're not going to be able to do those both if we want to hit him. So I think the thing for us to do is plan not to try to have to escape. Sorry. I think we're going to have to get enough of cards and gems so that we can kill him without having to escape from him. So I think maybe we're going to come over to this fungi. Just because I want to get rid of these green cards anyway. So I'm going to move 2 and then do this and eat the glowing fungi. Just because we are sort of... It's all gone to hell anyway. So we're going to eat this fungi and see what happens. It seems like a terrible idea, but let's just let it get as bad as it's going to get. There are so many roads to enlightenment. Good movies, wise books, conversations, contemplation, maybe glowing fungi are another of them. What could possibly go wrong? Anyway, they don't taste so bad. Gain a flaw. That's horrible. But we do unseal 10 cards. I thought it said 30. So this is bad. I would not take this trade-off if I had a choice. I would not take this trade-off, but I don't have a choice, so we have to take a flaw card. Where are the flaw cards? I feel like everything is going wrong this game. I don't know. Maybe that means that it's not the game. It's me today. All right. So let's get a random flaw card. I guess we get to look at it. Hey, look what it is. It's the worst card we've already just gotten rid of. Lovely. That's fun. That's lovely. And cards. All right. We're gonna get out of this dream. It's gonna be okay. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I suppose I'm going to throw away this one instead. Okay, again, we're going to end our turn. He does nothing. 4 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now he's going to morph, though. So if we lose our mask, we're going to be totally fucked. And what have we got? All green cards that we don't want. But we have the gem, so I guess we'll at least do that. So that gets us 3 gems. Do we have enough to kill this guy yet? Not even close. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we can, if we can do 2 hits worth on him. All right, well, let's get ourselves over here. We are going to spend this card to move here, spend this card to move here. We're getting ready to jump out of the shadows and kill this guy. We just need a little bit more. And we have to pray we don't get the mask or the gems. If we get mask or gems in the morphing, it's completely all over. Especially if it's gems. And we're already going to have to use some of our hours. Okay, well, that turn is over. But he does morph. So if this is the gems, we're totally dead. If this is the... Well, let's not be so complacent here for a second. The odds are we aren't going to get the gems or the mask. But if we think we might, then maybe the thing to do is hop out of here and then hit him with all of our gems and the shotgun. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then jump back in. Maybe that is the smarter thing to do, yeah. Otherwise, if we get the gem blocking thing, I'm just going to be so angry. It's going to be the end of the world. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to jump out. We are going to fire our shotgun. Flip this card to gain 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so we're going to hit him twice, do 2 assaults to get rid of 2 of these. Then he's just got 1 left. And now we have a choice. If we think we can do this with 2 hours left, then I'll spend this to jump back in this pipe. If we don't, we'll let him move, do this, and hit us. However, if he gets a range bonus, he'll hit us, which would be devastating. He gets a +1 damage bonus. It'll be okay. I think we're going to have to take a chance. I am not going to use this card to run away. I'm going to keep it so that we can have it as an option. I'm going to hope he doesn't get a +1 range. If he does, we'll still be alive. All right. I think that was the right thing to do. Here comes our morph. He's blocking the use of our mask. Well, it could have been worse, I suppose. All right. Are we in range? No. And now he moves. So he moves to right next to us. It's our last turn unless we spend some hours. If he reaches us, he'll really kill us. But 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if we can kill him now. 2 red, 1 yellow, yellow, yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the fact that we didn't run and hide gives us the 5 yellow. And the fact that we lured him to us gives us the ability to do this. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Just barely able to do 5 yellow on him, which discards this last thing. When there are no more things left, read 488. Now, if this doesn't end the game, we're totally screwed because we won't be able to get away from him. And he'll hit us twice, which will give us 8. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. 488. A pile of scrap is what remains of the large machine. One glinting fragment catches our attention, a silver spoon. We remember that the Moon Baroness has a collection of such cutlery, seemingly 99 of them, so this would be the 100th. So that was it, the 100th teaspoon. Let's hope she keeps her word on the silver key. We need it to break free from this chaos we are stuck in, and that is not an exaggeration. Resolve 120. This is going to be the end of the dream. Oh my God, that was so stressful and rough. Oh, it was painful. All right. Well, we survived it. Just barely, with most of our deck now sealed. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll run through those end steps. We'll talk a little bit about the experience. Maybe we'll peek at these other cards. I'll see you in 8 minutes. We're back 3 viewers. That basically just means it's Jonathan and me. Let's run through the end steps, then we'll look at some of the cards we didn't see here. All right, so the Moon Baroness studies the silver spoon with satisfaction. However, when the promised payment comes, we're disappointed. But what do you mean? It's a silver key, as I promised. It's not even painted silver, it's blue. Really? I was sure it was silver. Well, my mistake. I'll add something else and let's leave in friendship. Wait a minute. Where's our silver key? Take a blank token, write blue key on it. Gain a random item. Where's our silver key? We don't get a silver key? Oh, now I'm unhappy. Now I'm really quite unhappy. I'll show you why I'm so unhappy in a minute. Okay, let's just do this and I'll deal with it in a moment. Okay, I'm just going to write blue key on something. I'm not. Okay, let me just do one thing at a time here because I'm not happy. I'm not happy with this. I'll show you why. Random item from the market. Okay. I don't know what that's doing there. A random item is a train ticket. That's the stupidest thing. I'm just going to take another. They're all train tickets. Okay, God wants us to have a train ticket. So we're taking a train ticket. Two ether, fine. That's going to be at least one we can use to get rid of the flaw. Cure 2 or unseal 2. Okay, well, we need to cure 2, so I'm curing 2. Discard the dreamscape, and then remove from the game all cards and tiles of this dream, except for those already gained. Okay, so let me, I'm a little bit confused, but maybe we can talk about it in a minute. I'll show you why I'm so confused. One thing at a time. Sorry, this belongs elsewhere. I understand what that's doing there. I don't understand this, but okay. So it's supposed to be over. We've done everything. Okay, so let me show you a couple things. This is very confusing to me, but okay, the first thing I was going to say was Jonathan did well to pick the telescope because here are the other items we could buy. Let's take a look at them. I thought the TV, which was very expensive, was going to give us a new dream. Let's take a look at what it is. Come on, guys. Why is life like this? It's just another space where you can go to get a gem. I see something shiny, so you can come here to get a gem. It's nothing else. Hey, what would have happened if you took the prototype weapon for 2? Oops, it explode on you. It would get rid of the morphings, but you'd suffer a distress. What if you bought the healing tonic for 2? It's spoiled. You get rid of all the sickness, but you might suffer a distress. And what if you bought the wonderful teleportation device? It's worthless. Okay, so Jonathan, in having us get the telescope, was exactly right. The telescope was the only way that we got the automata to come up, which let us finish the mission. So if we had done these other things, I think we would have run out of time, because we just barely pulled off this whole thing in the right amount of time. Now, okay, so having looked at that, it makes sense that we just dodged a bullet, right? So it feels like the only way to end this scenario was to get the telescope, which is what Jonathan had us get, bring out this automata, and defeat it, right? And we went to every other place. We went to we went and spoke with the poor person. We went over here and helped the beggar. We fought the rats. We learned more about the disease. We opened the chest. We came here and got more time. We didn't do this, but there's nothing secret here. So, here is the question. It feels like we completed this dream and saw everything, doesn't it, Jonathan? There's no special thing we're supposed to read except if we run out of time. Okay, so then explain this to me. Here's a card we never saw, and look what it is. So, did something go wrong? Did we overlook something that should have gotten us this key? Or is there something secret text written on a card somewhere that we didn't notice? How would we have gotten this card, and are we really not going to have this card? Let me see what would have happened if we ran out of turns. 384. We ran out of turns, which we've never had before. Let's see what happens. Gain a flaw. Just do it again. So it's nothing to do with that. I'm a little bit confused because it doesn't feel like there was anything. That guy did say look in the corners and all that, so I don't... Should we have... Let me take a look at this 876 again. This thing that brought this up. There's nothing here telling us to get card D. Reveal card A. Discard the giant rats. I don't get it. How are we supposed to have gotten that D card? We spoke with the poor. That was 128. Watch out for the merchant. There was that one guy, the beggar. He's the guy who seemed like he was trying to tell us what to do. He was 669. I looked in every corner. I still haven't found anything, but you probably have better eyes than mine. Three distinct mushrooms. Could it be a number? Well, I don't see a number in those mushrooms. You think like 424? Is that what you're thinking? Surely not. That would be insane. I can look up 424. I just don't see how that would be fair. I'm showing you what 424 is. No, that's not us. Talking about bowls and stuff. Boy, that's confusing. It's really strange. It's really strange. Yeah, I mean, we can check offline. Surely there's some explanation for it somewhere. How strange. Well, feel free to sign off now. I do thank you, Jonathan, for having us get that telescope. I think I'm going to do a little bit of searching here and see if I can't find a comment about this stream. This was called Shopping in the Pipe District. Silver Key. So I wonder if the idea is that this silver key is here in this dream, but there's no way to get it in this dream. It's what Jonathan said. We're using the blue key. We're bringing it back to the dream that Jonathan remembered. And then it's going to tell us to go get this key left over from this dream. It's just odd that it's stored in this dream when you would think it would be stored in the other one. All right, so I guess we didn't miss anything. We just got confused about why that key was in here. All right, let me properly label this as the blue key. Jonathan thinks he knows where to bring us back to get it. Okay, that was stressful. Stressful is not the right word. That was unpleasant. For a map that looked like it was going to be so enjoyable. And in all fairness, the rats did not harry us much. They just stayed put. But there's something unpleasant about the randomness of punishing stuff happening that really just hit us the wrong way. And this is a good example. Like, this isn't fun. Jonathan knew to get the telescope, but I didn't. I would have had to go through and kill 1,000,000 rats to get all these. And then to have the rats turn into the thing so we couldn't unseal our cards. So we were saying, should we unseal cards, some of the cards that I could have paid to unseal, but we didn't? I don't know. I'm sort of inclined to hope that we get into Delta phase and get it taken care of, but maybe we'll just leave that discussion for later. You think we should just unseal half these cards that we should have gotten from that other rat as a compromise? Okay, let's do it. As a compromise, since we paid for that medicine and we didn't get it, we were going to get all of them unsealed. So we're just going to get ourselves half of them unsealed. Sorry, I'm just trying to shuffle them up. Okay, we're going to give ourselves the medicine to unseal half of them. Fine. All right, well, that's another game of Etherfields in the books. They can't all be fun and games. Hopefully the next one will be a little bit better. We didn't get a new dream, so I guess now it's back to the old stuff. Back to the return dreams. Is that going to be less pleasant than new dreams? I don't know. Hopefully no more rats. Jonathan, thank you for your help, and we'll see you next time.